How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin, and today's topic of discussion is going to be, what is constructive criticism? What is constructive criticism? What's brought me to this topic of today, because I know that in a lot of my videos, when I'm talking about, when people are making discouraging comments or, just come out of left field with something with no purpose or what have you, that these statements are completely different behind a person trying to hide behind saying, it's constructive criticism, because they're not. So it made me want to take time out to create this video to let you know what constructive criticism is. Now, I did do another video on constructive versus destructive talk, but I still think that this is still something different that I want to get across to you. Constructive criticism, this is what I think of when I'm thinking of constructive criticism. I'm thinking of, say for instance, you're sharing with me something that you're wanting to do. It could be, well, it's going to be something positive. You're sharing with me something that you want to do. Maybe it's a goal or some sort of aspiration. And you're just kind of, you're not only just sharing it with me, but perhaps you're just wanting to kind of see, what are you thinking about this? And when you're giving constructive criticism, what I'm doing is I'm not so much as looking at what it is that you're doing as, this might not be a fit for this person, or this might not be, something they would follow through with. When I'm thinking about constructive, I'm thinking about ways for you to help you in achieving your goal that maybe you might not have necessarily thought through. So, say for instance, if you were you were talking about opening, like I said, opening anything, and you're giving me the details, and it seems like maybe you might have missed out on doing something that'd be pertinent in you accomplishing your goal. And I'm just like, okay, what about this? Have you, thought about this? This is another step in, that you would need to take into getting this. And you're like, oh yeah, I thought of that. I just forgot to say that with you. Like, okay, cool. That's what I was just wanting to say. Or maybe you proceeded on to say, now, what is this that you're talking about? Well, since I do know a little bit on whatever it is that you're talking about doing, you'd have to, let's give an example. You're trying to open a restaurant. Maybe you've given me all the details, but you failed to leave out, you failed to mention that anything about a food handler's license. And I'm just like, hey, well, have you done your class yet? The food to get for a food handler's license. I don't know if this is required. I'm thinking it is, but I'm just trying to give you an example. And you're like, no, what is that? Food handler's license. Yeah, you may have to take a class in regards to telling you the appropriate temperatures food need to remain at, how long they can be out, and when. This is not something that's destructive or discouraging. This is something to help you along further in your goal. That's constructive criticism. That's constructive criticism. Now, keep in mind, you have some people, they can't even receive that. I remember talking to a person one time. They were talking about opening something, and I think I did mention this in another video when I said sometimes you have people with these get-rich-quick schemes, and that's just what they are. They get-rich-quick schemes. They're looking to get in with the least amount invested and prosper. They don't care about shortcuts in it. They'll do shortcuts. They don't care whether it's on the up and up or what. Well, anyways, with this person that was talking, they were talking about opening this business, and as they were telling me about doing certain things, it already sounded like it wasn't on the up and up. Like you could tell they really weren't caring about the rules. And I was just like, well, what about this? Are you gonna do? What are you gonna do in regards to this? Because it just seemed like they were skating through with some. And the reason why I brought this point up and what they were talking about was, I was like, you get in trouble for not, taking these measures and doing what you're doing. Have you thought about this? And the reply that I had gotten was, see, I shouldn't have shared anything. That's why I learned to keep stuff to myself, because you get this negative input and whatnot. I was just like, I don't do what you want. I didn't give any more input. I was just like, do what you want, because that wasn't what I was coming from. I was just like, clearly you're not wanting to do it right, or because you'd already scathed past certain details of what you're telling me. I don't even know why I even opened up this door to even say anything to you. That's different. That's different. You have some people that's like that. They'll write even constructive criticism off as that. But I want to take this time out in this video in case you didn't know what constructive criticism was, to define that. That's, somebody trying to help you along, or plug up the holes and things maybe you didn't see. To help it, maybe, because that may be the reason why you're even discussing that with them. There may be times where you're sharing things with them, like I said in previous videos, where you're not looking for any input or opinions up on. But I think you get what I'm saying. Where I pretty much know that you get what I'm saying, where there's a difference where when you're sharing something and you're almost seeking a little bit of counsel, you're happy about it, you're sharing, but you're just kind of seeing what they think up on it, and they're giving you some more food for thought. That's constructive criticism. Food for thought that's encouraging to help push you along, to ensure that you don't fail. Maybe giving you a different outlook of something that you didn't think about. You're like, man, I'm glad you brought that to me because I didn't know. You just either saved me a step, saved me some money, saved me some time, whatever. That's constructive. Just want to take time out to bring that to you today. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you can hit me up at ayin.kilimanjaro@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer your question in a video. Also, I've written a book, Ayin Kilimanjaro's The Arithmetic of Family Communication. I'll leave a link for that in the description box as well. You can purchase that book on Amazon in an ebook or paperback copy. Okay, like I said, I'll leave a link for a description, link in the description on that. Also, if you hadn't already, hit the subscribe button. I post videos at least twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when I put up content. And I also have other social media pages. I'm Facebook Business, my Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter. All that's the link in the description. Okay, just letting you know in case you didn't know. In the meantime, stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. My name's Ayin. You have a good one.